Hi, I'm Andrew Apostola. I'm one of the co-founders of Portable, and wanting to reflect back on some of the great work we've done in 2019 and look forward to some of the work we'll be doing in 2020. As a background, Portable is a design innovation company. It's around 15 years old, I think, next year. And our mission is to go out and seek out areas of policy failure and social need and try and create change using design and technology. And we have a team of around just over 45 people now, currently working out of our offices in Collingwood, working on a whole range of disciplines and areas of interest, which I'd love to take the opportunity to run through and reflect on.
Yeah, likewise. I'm Simon Goodrich. I'm the other co-founder of Portable and had the pleasure of working with Andrew for over 15 years now within Portable and things that we were doing prior. And 2019's been a great year in the sense that a lot of the things that we tried to articulate from the very early days of working together are starting to come to fruition. So we're excited to talk about some of the things that we're most proud of and also reflect on things that we're seeking to do going forward.
At Portable, we work across areas which we call themes, and they're our areas of impact. We have a whole set of them, from justice to mental health, education, and those themes get developed and matched towards basically what's happening in the community. One of those themes that we've been working on is justice, and we've been working in justice now for well over 5 or 6 years, and on a whole range of projects, and we're lucky to see a whole bunch of those projects come into fruition in 2019. This year we saw the recent launch of Your Case, which is our work helping people, victim survivors who are experiencing family violence, navigate the court process. It's a new product for us, which will be launching next year. It's currently in pilot, but it very much works towards our need of trying to get into the understanding of the hearts and minds of users and putting them at the centre. It's a new product we've been working with police and Department of Premier and Cabinet on, as well as a whole bunch of other bodies, and we look forward to seeing that launch.
Last year, in 2018, we launched a wayfinding service as part of Shepparton Law Courts for their new build that assisted people to know where they need to go to court at the right time. This built on work that we did a few years prior in Collingwood at the Neighbourhood Justice Centre. So we've also now got an agreement with Court Services Victoria to look to roll that out into more courts. That view being that if we can improve the experience for those going to court, it can create an overall better outcome for people. Other work that we've been doing in the legal space, we worked with Legal Aid New South Wales to launch the Grant Tracker. That's a project that we designed with their team and their citizens and their clients. It's been live since July. Already we're seeing reductions in phone calls. A third of usage is happening out of office hours. It's part of a broader remit within Legal Aid New South Wales and government in general of providing services to people how and when they want them, and it's something that we're really proud of.
One large project we've been working on for some time is in the online dispute resolution space. A couple of years ago we embarked on the journey to find out how we can stop matters appearing in court at all, and try and get two parties to get together and resolve those matters. We've been working with the Legal Services Commission and through Christian Porter's office federally on a product that helps couples divorce. It's been a very large project that has involved lots of user research and working with lawyers across the country through various legal aid bodies. We're looking forward to seeing that product launch in the new year and roll out across federally.
And what we've been really excited about is the ability for us to be able to work on that project around data. One thing that we learned early on, that there weren't much in the way of previous precedents or matters that were made public. So we worked with our data science team as well as also with lawyers around the country to start to actually determine how matters should be resolved, or in a sort of simulated type environment. One of the big things that we set into 2019 was to build out data, and that's a really good example of that coming to fruition. We've also had the pleasure of working as an advisor to Victoria Legal Aid as part of their Digital Legal Aid project. That's probably one of the largest initiatives happening around the country at the moment, looking to put justice to be better access to all Victorians and all citizens. And that's a multi-year project that we're excited to continue to be involved with. We also delivered works for the Victorian Legal Services Board. They're a large granting body here in Victoria to look at design thinking and what that could look like within the justice and legal aid space. And we've also done a number of different papers on online dispute resolution and access to justice. We've also taught a law and human-centred design course at the undergraduate level with Queensland University of Technology, and now working through with Melbourne Law School to look at a subject going into 2020. And it's part of our sort of broader remit of being able to help the sector shift and move. And I must admit, from now, here we are at the back end of 2019, and I go back to 2012 and the initial work we were doing in the Family Violence Intervention Order many, many years ago. And it's great to see the broader sector taking in technology and design in ways, and it really inspires us to continue down that route.
Another large focus area that we are in as a company and organisation looking at is into mental health. We acknowledge it's a major issue that's facing society broadly across Australia, and we're just seeing a Royal Commission in Victoria take place as well, trying to address those needs. We're working with a range of great organisations who share that similar desire to make an impact. One of those organisations is Origin, and they're a mental health organisation. We've been working with them in Facebook to look at ways to see how we can change the way in which we talk about suicide online safely for young people. It's led to the development of a series of guidelines. We try to see how that can work in social networks as well with Origin, and that's a great project that's ongoing.
And we continue our work with Headspace. This year we launched Spaces and Decks, which are two initiatives further from the integrated website that we've been working on and merging eHeadspace and Headspace together. And it's part of a broader scope of work that we've been really excited to deliver to. And have our own research and development component within the organisation of seeking what we can do more within mental health.
At Portable, we have a large emphasis on government. We believe in government as a force for good and for transformation, and as such we work extensively within government departments across the country. One such project that we're really proud of is our work on GovNat, which is a product that helps people find and locate land across Victoria. We worked on that project for a year and it was launched in, I think, around June. And I want to say a big shout out and thanks to everyone who worked on that project, both internally at Portable, but also the government team at Dwell. It was a really great initiative that was well run.
We've also had the pleasure of working across local, state and federal government for a range of different projects this year. And I think our teams have been to every state bar Tasmania and Northern Territory, which is a territory, not a state. But and 2019 also saw us go beyond our shores too for the first time in many years. We're working with the International Education Agency in Papua New Guinea, who are looking at re-envisaging the future of education, secondary education, now that there's the new Coral Sea cable, which is giving high-speed internet as of this week to the country. We've also been working with ABC International to deliver work across Tonga and Fiji, looking into how young women, young girls, look at cyberbullying and other things within social media and bringing some of those design aspects. And for us, I think it's more, again, that view of bringing those skill sets to these emerging areas and disciplines, which has been really exciting.
Early in 2019, we launched our Data-Driven Design Report, which is looking about a new way of approaching or thinking about how design and data can be merged. And we released that more broadly as part of our emphasis in data. We started building out our data team as well. We have a range of projects now happening internally. We've got a fantastic service design team, but we feel like data is also an important part. Many organisations are seeking to understand.
If we look at other work that we've done within health, we also launched My Journey tool for Breast Cancer Network Australia this year. Project worked on for a number of years, going from fruition to delivery of the product, and that's something that we're really proud of. And that touches both not only on health, but also in the mental health space too. In 2019, we've done a lot of internal work for the organisation, putting in a formalised HR process, putting in an office manager, putting in within a more dedicated marketing and business development stream within the organisation. We've also used this as an opportunity to build out the disciplines across both design, development and production. This has also given us opportunities to look at other things such as gender pay equity, the role that we have with juniors, mids and seniors and leads within the organisation, as well as also us developing our particular and dedicated product teams. So a lot of the work that we're still delivering now is with interdisciplinary teams of researchers, designers and developers working as one to be delivering towards projects, and that's, I think, been a really exciting development that we've been able to do in 2019.
We do a lot of work externally across the business, helping clients and helping organisations change. But one element where we sort of dedicated ourselves to driving was looking beyond our borders and beyond our remit to see how we can help change communities around the world. So about 18 months ago, we started donating or providing microfinancing to Kiva. Kiva is an organisation that gives small loans to people around the world directly in communities. It goes pretty much directly to those people so that they can use it to, say, start a new project, buy goods, or start community projects. To date, we have loaned over $100,000 US. We hit that a couple of months ago, and we're really proud that we're able to give back in that way, along with our other community elements that we do in terms of providing in-kind work to organisations and helping them to grow their areas or disciplines where they can't do it themselves.
We also launched a Design for Education report this year. So I think now our 9th report that we've been able to put out. All things that are freely available to people through the site. And it's been great to see that ongoing development of communities of practice around those themes and those type of skill sets. And as Andrew mentioned, we've commenced that journey for us into youth justice where, if anything, it looks at a very intersection between mental health and justice and the need for those young people under the age of 18 who are incarcerated, and how can we, as designers, researchers and developers, seek to be able to improve some of these outcomes. And that's more of the work that we're seeking to be doing coming into 2020.
I want to say thanks to everyone that worked with us in 2019. We really appreciate the support, and we look forward to a big 2020. There's a whole range of activities happening across the business. We're expanding as well. We'll be looking to open up our space upstairs for people to join us and work with us. We're also releasing and putting more emphasis on a few more reports. Our Youth Justice Report will be worked upon as an area of research throughout the year, as well as mental health. You can look forward to also some events around AI in government and further work with our depth work that we did last year as well.